What's up, y'all? Oh, sorry, no. He said rolling. And I'm rolling. Anyway, yo, what's up, y'all? It's the old heads, Big Ed Lyles, and little King Bear Sadat. It's opposite day, as you can see. But anyway,
AKA Buffalo Slim.
thank you. AKA Buffalo Butt, AKA Bookman. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, for real though. Back at it, talking about some more things. Donald Trump's inauguration. A lot of people were upset about. Sorry, a lot of people are not going to perform or upset about performing.
Oh, I'm not going. He called me up and like, I was like, me and Kanye. I was like, I was going to be there with Kanye, and I was like, I'm busy.
Word.
I'm going to be at the casino.
At the casino.
Get your tickets in advance.
But they got the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Got people protesting in the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, saying it doesn't stand up to their.
But Mormons don't vote, do they?
I don't know what Mormons do, but it's basically they were saying that
they do fuck. They fuck.
They definitely have sex.
They do. Yeah,
they have a lot of children.
Yes.
Yes, they're not. I bet.
Birth control is not even on the menu.
If you have a scavenger hunt in Utah, put condoms on it. They're going to find motherfuckers nowhere. But no, for real though. They're talking about the people in the Mormon Tabernacle Choir are protesting because they said that basically Trump's rhetoric of hatred and separation doesn't embrace the Church of Latter-day Saints' vision of embracing and love. Also, somebody in the Rockettes was upset. They don't want to perform. Then there was a woman from the UK's X Factor. She was a runner-up, and she said that she would perform at the inauguration, but only if she could perform the song Strange Fruit. Strange Fruit, which was famously performed by people like Nina Simone and Billie Holiday.
Yes, sir.
But Strange Fruit is a song about lynching.
Hung.
And how the hung bodies flapping in the wind is strange fruit. But just a lot of people are very, very against Obama. I mean, a lot of people against Obama, but a lot of people are very, very much against Trump. So much so that even an honor like performing for the presidency is still something they don't want to do because they're so disappointed with him.
It's so taboo for some reason right now. But I don't know why the Mormons are really anti.
It's not all the Mormons. It's some members of the Mormons feel that their message of love. One of the things my pops, I always refer to my pops. One of the things my pops would always tell me about one of the most dangerous things in the world is a true believer. So you have people who are like in the church, and I work at it for angles, and you have people who really believe the message. Going back to people like Malcolm X, where Malcolm X really, from what I understood, really bought into the love and the goodness of Islam. And he couldn't understand the treachery and the BS that was being pulled by Elijah Muhammad. So nothing more dangerous than a true believer. So apparently there are some true believers in the word that's preached in the Church of Latter-day Saints that are upset about the fact that they teach love, but Donald Trump is obviously teaching separation and hatred, and that's why they don't want to perform.
Well, back a few years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, the Mormons didn't allow blacks in the school. The only reason they started letting blacks in school is so they can get bowl games. Wow. So I don't really know when they had this whole unified change of thought.
Even if they didn't actually have, the rhetoric was of love and embracing, but the church was actually doing two different things. It's really wild you say that because there's a great musical done by the guys who did South Park. I know it's Trey Parker and Matt. Can't think of Matt's last name. Matt Parker. Did you say Trey Parker?
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker and Hot Lip Slim. No, but for real, the guys from South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, I believe that's their names. They did a musical called The Book of Mormon. And The Book of Mormon is brilliant for one, but it's all about these missionaries who, when a Mormon, one of the things they have to do is go do missionary work. Mm-hmm. So, you can do missionary work in Hawaii if you get lucky, you get Hawaii. Right. Some people have to do it in Buffalo, New York.
Right.
So this one group of missionaries had to go to Uganda, and they had to try to convert the Africans to Mormonism. Meanwhile, everybody in the African place are starving, suffer from AIDS, and they got a warlord there named Butt Fucking Naked. It's really in the play. But one of the songs he sings is a song called I Believe. And one of the lines is, in 1974, God changed his mind about black people. And that speaks exactly what you're saying. That's a brilliant play. Very, very irreverent. It's very, very raunchy, but it's a brilliant play.
I can only imagine if the South Park guys did, it must be pretty raunchy.
Yeah, but it's really good, though. It really talks about the absurdity of all. As a matter of fact, Matt was used to be a Mormon, and that's why he knows so much about it. But yeah, just saying. So, just talking about these people who don't want to perform, people who don't want to be there. How Trump's inauguration is lacking star power. You have people like Beyonce who played at Obama's inauguration. You have Maya Angelou reading poetry. I mean, you had all these different people who really wanted to be a part of this historic event, and now you have many, many people who are against the separation and the hatred the rhetoric that Trump got elected on, and thus they are boycotting his inauguration.
That's crazy. No one wants to be guilty by association, and the group of stars in Hollywood and stuff like that, that's a real close-knit group of people. And so it's going to be interesting. But I thought him and Kanye were buddies. Even when Kanye went to go see him, he didn't look too happy after whatever meeting they had. So maybe they had a little falling out after that or something. I don't know for sure.
Kanye don't even know who he is. He waited to be in. What's that movie where Wesley was in? What's that movie where he had the blonde hair? I forget that movie. He was Sylvester Stallone, Repo Man, something like that.
Yeah.
Demolition
Man. Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Kanye don't know who he is. Oh my God.
Oh
Don
yeah.
King. You see Don King sitting outside of the porch talking with it looked like a combination of one of them trolls and Flavor Flav had a broke clock on his neck. Like remember them things you used to take with the little hair used to puff off? Don King, man.
So he had a meeting with Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And he was talking in Donald Trumpisms, not Donald Trumpisms, Don Kinganese.
Don Kinganese.
Yeah, he's speaking Don Kinganese. I don't know what he was saying.
We're
going to triplicate and fliplicate, and we're going to make sure we're going to triplicate the fliplications. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Hey, a pimp do what a pimp got to do.
Hey, a pimp will sell his ass when his hoe won't. Karis One taught me that one.
Wow. So, man, it's dwindling down. So we're gonna see exactly what's gonna go on here in the next week. Actually,
yeah, we're gonna see, right?
So
the inauguration, the least watched inauguration in the world. I never watched inauguration.
Well, his wife used to be an actress of talent, so maybe she might sing a song or two.
His wife used to be a talent.
Yeah, she did something.
She was a model, maybe, something like that.
Oh, she can model something. I don't know.
Maybe they have the evening wear portion, and now the evening wear portion of the inauguration.
Swimwear, yeah.
Let's get Mariah Carey walking her big booty ass up here in the swimsuit. So yeah, we talk about Obamacare and Trump care. They said, I know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the fact that the GOP was going to get ready to get rid of the watchdogs. What's the word for it? The
political watchdogs.
Not political watchdogs. It was the I know Pops knows the answer to this. You might not be there. It's like ethics. The ethics committee. They were going to get rid of the Congressional Ethics Committee, and they made a vote before Congress. They were having a secret vote where the GOP all decided that they were going to get rid of the ethics committee, and then because of the backlash from the constituents, they then vetoed that. It was funny because Stephen Colbert was talking about it. He goes, so they're going to get rid of the ethics committee, huh? So you would think that somebody who was going to do something like that that's so wrong, maybe there would be a congressional ethics committee to make sure that wouldn't happen. But just wild they were going to try to do that, and then they actually ended up keeping the ethics committee.
Yeah, because they got caught with their hands in a cookie jar. They ain't nothing but a bunch of crooks.
They're all crooks.
Of course. I remember that one year they had that investigation and all those guys. You have your Capitol Hill banking account, and all these guys wrote all these bad checks and owed so much. Tip O'Neill and all these guys owed so much money, and then they went public, and then they scrounged around, and then they paid off all their debt and everything. It's like these guys are very dishonest.
Oh man! So it just reminds me of something back in the day where somebody was talking about trying to make people who are on welfare take drug tests. And somebody actually did a drug test on people who were on welfare, and they found out that they came back and very few people were even on drugs. But anyway, the point was, if you're going to make people who are getting welfare take drug tests, and also let the Congress, let the elected officials take
if they're public elected officials.
Why not? Yeah. I mean, you get paid by the people too, you know? I was listening, watching some of the tapes about how much I say I don't understand. People are really, 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 really evil. inherently. And I thought that people were good inherently. I thought that the default setting for human beings was goodness. But the default setting is not goodness. The default setting is what's good for me. The default setting is, shit, I need to eat, so damn them. They figure out they eat later, you know. And I just...
There's a lot of narcissistic...
How do we get so bad? How is society so awful?
It's a lot of narcissism and sociopathic behavior. And it seems like Western civilization is a petri dish of this type of behavior.
Petri dish.
Yeah, that too. But I got a shot and got all that cleared up. But back to the story. Yeah, so, and these people, it's evil is promoted. Just
right.
Perfect example.
Right.
The executive.
Celebrated.
Yeah, the executive for the bank, Wells Fargo. He threatened all the people that he was going to fire them. They opening up all these accounts for people, and they didn't even know they had accounts. And
right.
They cheated people out of all this money. So he had to resign. He didn't get in trouble. He still got his $50 million bonus, and he left. Now, you take a gun and walk into a store or walk up to somebody, give me your wallet, then you go to jail.
Right.
It's still robbery.
$5.
Yeah, it's still robbery.
It's still in millions.
Yeah, I stole 20. He stole 20 million.
Right.
And he gets his bonus and he gets to go on vacation early.
I forget the phrase. My father was telling me something about, you know, the idea of how evil is portrayed as the norm. You know, you got zombies, movies where zombies are falling in love, or girls fall in love with an evil vampire. You know, that this is the kind of bullshit that people are obsessed with. That they're even looking at somebody evil like a Dracula character as a love interest. Like that's where society is, where, you know, we're celebrating the awfulness of humanity. I wish I could know the phrase what he actually said, what that was called. Is he there? What did he say? Nothing? No. But anyway, so hey, what kind of things might you want to talk about while we still have a little bit of time?
Oh yeah, well, you know the new movie's coming out, Hidden Figures, about the I don't want to say African American. I'll just say black women.
Yeah, I like
spearheaded NASA and helped get John Glenn into space and the guys on the moon. And there was some hidden history about Americans, black people that we didn't know about. So
you know, I want to see the movie because I want to know. Because somebody was saying that nobody could do the math before they got to be able to do the math. So what made these sisters so special that somehow they understood math at a level that no one else did? Like I want to know the story. I really want to find out what.
There was geniuses because John Glenn, he didn't trust computers was a new thing, and he didn't trust.
They
the
worked for
computer.
IBM.
He didn't trust the computer. He's like, hey, I can't remember the lady that did the calculations. He's like, hey, I'm not taking any calculations from anybody, no computer, except this one lady.
So John Glenn knew her?
Yeah.
Oh,
she got him into space, basically.
Man.
And there were no orbits done, anything done, while John Glenn was at the control, unless this black woman was there to do the calculations.
I gotta see this movie to find out how.
Bottom line. So it should be a pretty interesting movie.
I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see that it's something really good that we're being celebrated for now. Because I was watching this one.
I don't think there's any twerking in the movie. So
yeah, right.
You may be a little disappointed.
I was watching this one white comedian, Bill Burr, who was real funny. He was talking about how the one movie about the black people in the pool swimming the swim team, and he goes, "Really? For real?" It's some white person saying, "Get out of the pool!" You know, like, is it down to swimming down? But I'm glad it's actually something like mathematics. But anyway, just really interesting stuff. I really want to find out more about that story. Do you know much more about that?
Just the little narratives here and there that I've read and saw a little bit of it broadcast on NBC Today show. And they talked and saluted the woman. And I think she got the presidential award from Barack Obama. And so it should be a really telling movie.
I want to see it. I'm looking for it. Plus, I'm like, what's her name? Ta-Nehisi. What's her name? I'm the writer, Ta-Nehisi Coates. But what's her name?
Yeah.
Taraji,
yeah.
She's a sexy little something.
She's action-packed. That's without a question.
Somebody told me, though, that I ain't got the right parts for her, though. That she like people more like her. Somebody told me that.
Sometimes you like-minded people.
I mean, me and her got something in common. That's why I say bring her too. Shit.
Yeah.
Bring your girlfriend with you. I got with both of y'all.
I got a camera and we can get the party
I got
started.
a couple toes or figure some shit out.